into a dimension where your anointing can align with the mission that God has assigned you. To have access. That's why I'm careful about. Y'all always got some things you can learn that's not for me. What? That's not for me. You talk about my baby, you talk about my salvation, do what you need to do. But I don't let you down. Listen, I don't want to get access to it. I don't know. You get your chance, and so now I got to speak in tongues and move there and move and move for everybody. Because I pray with them portals. I don't know what this is taking me. Now I can't trust everything that I'm exposed to. Because I recognize that some of these things are portals. And you can't even entertain and not get even inflicted because you didn't allow us to have access to something that was meant to take you into another dimension. There are some things you weren't exposed to that you should have never been exposed to, but because you were connected to somebody who you didn't know it was a portal in the sky. And you're talking about devils and their demons because you're in a dimension that you were never supposed to be in. I don't know about you, but I'm not careful over my circle. When I start to realize that let me just start to knock the person, I'm starting to knock the person, and now I'm in this match with you because I allowed you to be my portal. What do they do in the future? Where are you taking them? Are you in a position where you can even allow someone access to the connection with you? And it makes them better, or are you letting them feel? Do you recognize that connection is a portal? And can you step out the dimension you're currently existing in? Because it's not just of them. It's on YouTube.
Get ready for this 15-minute long show of me just scrolling through these phases.
So that you're not preaching, teaching, pouring, parenting, loving, sexing with people, not realizing that you are really giving them access to a version of you that you don't even like, but listening to company, and now we're sitting in this dimension of torment together because I didn't realize. This was something to be said about this recognizing the power of connection, the power of opportunity to not just move us, but to move us. When is the last time we took inventory of what was happening in our life and we were in our lives and asked ourselves, where are you taking? Because your purpose only works in a certain dimension. Oh, Jesus, help. Some of us fall for this belief that if I am anointed, I am anointed anyway. Oh God, this one isn't in my notes. But your anointing is
First
assigned to a
phase.
dimension.
Now, oh, it's getting bad.
Yeah, but you have a drinking problem. And he was anointed to be in that dimension,
No.
And you are not.
Seriously, you're wasting my time.
Be quiet. You are not anointed for that dimension. And don't fool.
Not that.
Are you frustrated trying to figure out how to become better?
I didn't do anything.
I want you to go to bed. You're not going to be good in a minute.
Where I am right now.
I didn't call you.
Bruh.
No, I mean, going off all day.
I never did anything.
Getting on my nerve.
Seriously, I just got mad over an ad and just started yelling at me.
Whatever.
I did!
Whatever.
Bro. Seriously, I gotta make a 15-minute video.
Justify what they do by saying, well, Jesus sat with sinners and drunks and everybody else. Yeah, but you have a
Look at this thing feet.
and he was anointed to be in that dimension, and you are not. You are not witnessing at the strip club, baby. You are not anointed for that dimension. And don't fool with the anointing and dilute it by making the anointing fit your lifestyle instead of changing your lifestyle to fit the anointing.
Hopefully I'm not messing up all the covers up there because I can't see up there.
Everywhere. Jesus told the disciples that if you go into a house and release your anointing, if they don't receive it, go into the other house. Because your anointing, you can't force your anointing into spaces where you are not called. If there is not capacity for your anointing, then move into a dimension where your anointing can align with the mission that God has assigned on your life. Don't cast your pearls amongst swines. You got the right pearls, but the wrong audience. When we recognize that we have found ourselves functioning in dimensions that take us backwards, that shrink our anointings, that dilute our power, we are not without help. Because the truth is, though we can try and protect it as much as we desire, we're all going to find ourselves, whether we realize it in the moment or not, sucked into dimensions where we lose focus on our anointing. Sucked into dimensions where we only receive the dimension. Sucked into dimensions where the only thing we see are our failures, our shame, our insecurity, our abandonment issues, our inadequacies. Most of the time, if we trace our steps back, we see that wasn't just one rejection, it was a rejection that unlike all the other directions, and now I am spiraling into a dimension that I cannot get out of. Yeah, I know, yeah. You can't always put yourself out of these dimensions. I love affirmations. We have our children say affirmations every morning, but there are some affirmations that don't help us get out of the dimensions. There are some moments where that dimension is so heavy and so dark that we cannot get out of it. And so as believers, if you are a believer and if you are not a believer, I highly encourage you to tap into this truth that is helping us. It is not that we don't spiral into dark dimensions, it's that we understand the power of prayer is not just the place where we go and ask God to bless me, bless me, bless me. Prayer is transportation. Prayer is a portal out of this dimension and into the dimension I'm supposed to be in. Sometimes I start praying because I recognize I'm not in position. And sometimes I'm already out of position when I start praying. But God is so good that He tells me if you humble yourself and pray and seek my face and turn from your wicked ways, I'll send an Uber for you out of the place of destruction. I'll send an Uber. Oh, Jesus, I feel there's some oil on that. That your prayer is sending up a GPS notification that says, God, here I am. And I got sucked into some mess that I cannot get out of. But help me, Lord. Lord, I understand that I don't have to live this way. I didn't have to be stuck in this dimension, but I humble myself and I begin to bring that verses in Second Chronicles, and it's very powerful. When you understand the dynamic of Israel and their relationship with God, you recognize that they kept finding themselves out of position over and over again. They would start dabbling with other religions, having sex with people they shouldn't be having sex with, worshiping other idols. They didn't even realize that they were worshiping other idols. And I just want you to know, just because you don't have stones and just because you don't have sage, it doesn't mean you're not worshiping other idols. If you are worshiping that worry, if you are worshiping that insecurity, if you are worshiping the idea of marriage, if you are worshiping the idea of being single, baby, you got an idol too. I know you think you're better than the other people because you don't have their idols, but everybody in here came in here dragging an idol, if you're worshiping success, if you're worshiping achievement, if you think you're only as good as your bank account, baby, you got an idol. But Second Chronicles 7 tells us that if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face. Why am I seeking God's face? Because I'm in a dimension where I don't see God. But God says if you start searching for me, I don't care how dark the dimension is. I don't care how long you've been in the dimension. I don't care how many friends you got in the dimension. If you start seeking my face, God said I'll show up. If you turn from your wicked ways, you'll hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sins. I hear God saying, come out of the sunken place. I hear God saying that somebody got turned upside down. I don't know what the portal was that sent you into a dimension of darkness. I don't know what the portal was that sent you into a dimension of ego. I don't know what the portal was that sent you into a dimension of bitterness. But I hear God saying,
Oh, flip. Sorry.
to keep me from
Didn't know it was going to be
coming
this
to you.
loud.
No dimension wide enough to keep me from coming to you. But God says, I won't come unless you call. I won't betray our covenant. But if you call me, I'll answer. If you seek for me, I'll show up. I feel like pushing in this place because I understand what happens when we begin to call on the name of God. God says, when you can't get out of the atmosphere, you can shift the atmosphere. When you begin to shift the atmosphere, God, I can't break the addiction on my own. Have you ever seen somebody drunk for calling on the name of God? You can discredit them if you want to, but they recognize I'm in a dimension I can't get out of. God, if I could put it down, I would. But since I can't put it down, I'm asking you to meet me right where I am, in this dimension, right where I am, in this brokenness, right where I am, in this pain. God, I need something stronger than the dimension I got sucked in. Prayer is my transportation. Thinking about Paul and Silas, locked up in a prison cell. In one dimension, I'm restricted. But when I start worshiping, I invite heaven's dimension into my dimension. That's why that worship was so good this morning. Because I wasn't in my dimension on my own anymore. I invited heaven's dimension into my dimension. And when Paul and Silas said, I may not be able to get out of this cell, I may not be able to get out of these cuffs, but I can let worship meet me in the place of restriction. Then all of a sudden the ground started shaking. You couldn't see it earlier, but every time you lifted your hands, I saw the ground started shaking. You didn't see it earlier, but every time you lifted your hands, I saw demons backing up off of you. You didn't know it yet because you've been carrying that weight for so long. But when you started worshiping, I saw chains being broken off of you. You didn't realize it, but you shook up the ground. When you walk out of here, you may have to walk a little differently because I hear God saying, I shook up the ground that you're walking on. I ordered your steps because when I shook up the ground, it's not the same way that you used to walk anymore. That's why you didn't want your worship. Because your worship has no directions.